Hey everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you didn't think I forgot about you. So, of course, I've just been busy, working, everything else going on right now. Just been real busy. So, anyways, I didn't forget about all of you guys, and of course, as you can see there, it's another mail call time. So, also, we will do a giveaway update at the end of this video. So, this package came in from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So, I'm sure you know what'll be in there. Excuse the ink on my hands. So, today we will go ahead and use this bad boy. The Cold Steel Voyager, and this is the large with the clip point with full serrations. I don't think there's really a need to have full serrations, but I just kind of thought, why not? You never know. And it's very interesting. It has an interesting feel to it, different than most other knives. Especially if you hold it in the reverse grip, it kind of wants to point that blade a little more forward than a lot of knives, it seems. But I don't know, maybe not. So let's get these serrations into this box and let's see what we've got in here. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of serrations. I mean, I guess they have their place, but for me, I can do whatever I need to do just with a regular fine point. But I guess if I wanted to annihilate this box, this would be the knife to do it. I'm going to peek in here since obviously I haven't opened it. Let me check out this paperwork real quick. And as suspected, mostly just the usual junk. We'll throw that out there, why not? And of course, none of this is sponsored. This is all me buying this stuff, of course. So let me move the box, because I don't want you guys sneaking any peeks in here. Because obviously I know what's in this box. So just for fun, I thought these might be fun to check out. The K-bar chopsticks there. Pretty long. Honestly, I thought they were metal, but I guess they're the polymer or whatever. I didn't really look at the description, honestly. They had them on sale, and I thought, well, those might be fun to play with. Let me get this up here closer for you so you can see. K-bar. Same thing, except, let's get that in there. Yeah, and by the way, this ink that we use at work is extremely hard to get off your hands. It takes some serious scrubbing. I even use some of that, like mechanic scrub, that's got the grit in it and all that, and it still has a hard time taking some of that off. Oh well. So I saw this and I couldn't help but get it just to try it and see. I don't have a lot of expectation out of it necessarily, but this is a Frost Cutlery Skin Master, they're calling it. But as you can probably see in the picture there, it's modeled like exactly after a Falkneven, which I don't have any Falk and Evens, actually. That's, which is kind of surprising that I don't, but I don't. And this thing was only $12.99, and I figured, nonetheless, it might be a fun little knife to play with. It probably won't break. I mean, it might, but I doubt it. So, okay, well, let me bring it up here where you can take a look at it. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, for a $13 knife, I mean, what's to be expected, right? So I'll let you have a look here. And of course, it does have grease on the blade. It's not discolored or anything. And it may look like a Falk and Even, but obviously, as you probably saw when we went by with the blade, obviously that is not a convex grind. And it's not a really great V-grind even. It looks like, yeah, that's just not very sharp really. I mean, I'm sure if I applied more pressure it might cut me, but I mean there's some, yeah, it's not that sharp really, honestly. I mean, I would not do this with any of my knives, so it's not that sharp. And looky there, imagine that. So it is a full tang though with exposed pommel, and that is sharp. That would strike a ferro rod, as would the spine. Spine's very sharp. So what I will do is I will put this thing on my work sharp, and I will put a real convex grind on this knife. And you know what? It might not even turn out to be too bad of a little knife. I mean, nonetheless, the kids will have fun playing with it, so. And of course the sheath, looks just like the Falk and Even sheath. It looks like it. It's not like it, obviously. This is much chintzier. Which, I mean, I knew it would be. I didn't have high expectations for it, but yeah, that's just a little chintzy china. But I mean, the nice thing is, I guess, don't have to really worry about, ow, the sharpest part of this whole thing is the sheath right there. Check that out. See that right there? Hold on, let me see if I can get that. Let me come around over here. I gotta try to get that focused in there. That hurt more than the blade did. See that right there? Look at that. I won't need the knife. I'll just use the sheath. Cut whatever I need to with that. Jeez, China. See, they're trying to take us out however they can. Feeling in the hand though, it feels good. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I've felt better, and I'm sure, the real deal Falk and Even would probably feel much better, but honestly, for a $12.99 knife, I don't think I'll be dissatisfied with it. I mean, I'm not, super satisfied about a dull knife coming out of the box, but their plunge line is at least pretty darn straight and even, surprisingly enough. They can manage to do that. And they can manage to get the bevel really close. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's just as close as what I've seen on some American knives. But I'll tell you what, though, that spine's gonna be a ripper. I guarantee you it will. So, okay, there's the Frost Cutlery fake Falk and Even. So, enough with that. I just, like I said, I couldn't help myself. I had to get it just to give it a little try for something to play with. I get bored. I mean, I've got a lot of quality equipment, but so for some reason my camera cut off, so I guess I'll have to kind of splice this together if I can. So anyway, I've got a lot of nice equipment, you know, as you guys probably already know, but I like to try new things just to have fun with it. So what do we want to go with next? Well, I guess let's go with the next most expensive. The next most expensive is going to be that right there. So let's see. Let's see what the box holds. Any guesses yet as to what that could be? Move this out of the way. Surely you know what that is. I couldn't resist myself, and actually they had this one, the burnt bronze, on sale. The K-Bar Becker BK18. I will not be running my finger down this blade hard at all. But yeah, there's that in the burnt bronze color. And like I said, they were actually running a sale on this. I assume they still are. Come on. I assume they still are. But I don't know. So normally the BK18, if you get the black version, comes with the coyote handles, or the tan handles, whatever you want to call it, and the black. But I guess since this one is the burnt bronze, it does not come with black. And there's the sheath for it, and of course that's going to be an injection molded plastic, but that does have a spring to it, so that's pretty nice. I like that. But I've heard tell, and of course that's reversible left or right. I've heard tell, though, that these kind of injection molded sheaths, you know, over time of pulling the knife in and out, will dull the knife. Now, I've not really experienced that yet because this is the only K-bar I have that has the injection molded plastic. All the other ones have the nylon. But that is definitely, oh well, the BK2 I do have. That one's got the injection molded plastic. I forgot about that, the BK2. So far, I mean, it hasn't done any noticeable dulling of the blade, but of course, this thing feels wonderful in the hand. I really like the BK16. It feels amazing. I love it. It feels just great in hand. And I really want a BK15, which is basically the 16 with a clip point instead of the regular drop point. But there is none of those to be had. It was discontinued for some reason. Don't know why. But they discontinued it. Probably too many people breaking tips on it, I would imagine. I don't know. I mean, this one's got not a really super fine tip, but it's pretty fine. And of course, this is going to have a saber grind on it. Or a flat grind, however you want to call it. But see, I was also kind of torn whether I should buy this in the burnt bronze or spend, it was like an extra 20 bucks to get the black one. But I feel like if I would have got the black one as soon as that coating started coming off, you probably know how that would end up. I'd just strip it the rest of the way off and be done with it. So this one, I guess, is just gonna have a weird looking coating on it, or scratched up coating at least, but this one does have a little bit smoother coating on it. It's not like a DLC or anything like that. It does have a rough texture to it, but it's not. Let me see if I can even get this thing to focus in on it. It's not as rough as like what's on the BK9 and 7 and a lot of the older Ontarios. So I think you can see that. So I don't know, it may hold up a little better. We'll find out though. So here lately I've decided that I don't have enough knives in the 4 to 5 inch range, so that is what I got in this little package was things in the 4 to 5 inch range. So one more. Now this one, I've been looking at this one for a while, and I really was debating on it, and didn't know if I really wanted to get it or not. I wasn't really sure, but I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. So I'll just show you the box here. And I'll let you try to guess what you think might be in there while I'm dragging it all out. So let's see, how does this one open? Yeah, you should slide out. Hold on, it's one. There we go. All right, look at that. I like it. Can't tell what it is. Set it down right here. Well, let me move a little bit of this out of the way. All right. And there we have. See, how come K-Bar doesn't give any stickers? Everybody gives stickers, not K-Bar. They don't. It's really no way to be. Oh yeah, she's sharp. The old BK18. So, the only SE knives that I have the Hungless, and I have the Azula, and both of which I like very well. And I really wanted to get an SE5, because it's just like the BK2. It's a 1/4 inch, 5.5 inch blade, tank of a knife. But at the same time, it's practically the same thing as the BK2. Not saying it is the same thing, but practically. So, that being said, I thought I might like this knife better because, or at least better first, because I'm thinking about comparing some knives in the 4.5 inch range. So I thought this one would be a great one to do. And that is the SE4HM-K, technically, for Kydex. Because this is an actual genuine Kydex sheath. I'm sure you know that SEs come with, well, not all of them. Not all the models do. Actually, this particular model you could get with Kydex or leather. Either which way you wanted it. But I wanted it with Kydex over the leather. So the reason why I wanted this knife is, oh no, that whole thing was blurry, wasn't it? Oh man. Sorry guys. I should have paid more attention. I've really dropped the ball today on this video. Man. Well, I'll fix it for you. And I really try to watch that too, and I just got so excited about these. So obviously, as you can see here, being this is an SE4, the HM stands for handle modification, so it's going to have this more of a broom handle style of handle as opposed to the more squared off typical SE handles. But I wanted this one in particular because I thought that it would be a direct competitor to, of course, the BK18, which actually is just a little bit bigger. But really, I wanted it to be able to compete with the BK16. So let me actually just run and grab that right quick. Here, I'll open this one up for you guys so you can look at that one too real quick. I'll be right back. It'll only take me a second. And I grabbed something else that's in the way of budget line that you guys might like to see. So here we are with this BK16, which I love this knife. I mean, it just fits perfect. It feels perfect. This is pretty much a perfect knife. And from what I've seen and read, the K-Bar 1095 Crovan steel actually does hold an edge a little bit better than the SE 1095. So that's cool. And price wise, you know, you're really not talking much difference in price. The BK16 here, I think it was, I don't know, it seems like, don't hold me to it, but it seems like it was around 80, I think. It may have been a hair less than that, I'm not sure, but somewhere around there. The SE, I think it was like 94 or 6, something like that. So not a huge difference, you know, and I mean, if I hammer this BK16 into a log and then take that hammer and strike the side of it and snap this knife in half, Not sure, I don't know. Will K-bar replace it? I don't know. If I do that very same thing with this SE, and they ask me what happened, and I tell them that's what I did, they'll replace it no problem. No questions asked, really. I mean, that's the thing. When you do buy an SE, that's most of what you're paying for is that warranty and the name, of course. So let me try to get these up here so I can show you how ooh, man. Hold on, I gotta flip those over because that BK16 is just rockin' sharp. I did strop it, so it's wild sharp. Oh yeah, and of course it's not gonna wanna. There we go. Acting like such an amateur today, guys. It's probably lack of sleep. But yeah, that SE, it's sharp too. Now don't think that it isn't. It just caught on my hand right there, and it's sharp. So, as you can see, these two knives are definitely direct competitors. So, I thought that would be an excellent little face-off there. Still can't believe I left that screen blurry like that. Man, it's so aggravating. And I'm not like I can just reshoot the whole video because I've already cut the box open, you know? I mean, I guess I could, but I just hate to do that. So, we'll talk about these two for a second. Kind of line them up there. So you can see these are the exact same handle scales. And actually, I've got the black handle scales still from the 16. I could slap those on the 18 there, and they'd be reversed of each other. Might look kind of neat. I might see how it looks. I probably won't keep it that way, but might just do it for fun. But you can see there, if I line these things up, well, especially if I line them up, let's see, cutting edge to cutting edge, the 18 has a little bit more length. Even if I line them up handle to handle, maybe if I flip them this way, it'll, well, maybe it doesn't. I mean, a little bit, just a touch. It sure looks like a lot more when it's like this. I guess it's that, you know, less of a curve on the belly there. But either way, both of these knives feel really good. And I am definitely a fan of both. I wish I was sponsored. That would be so cool. But I don't think that'll ever happen. So this is a really neat budget option, and I ordered this just because I was curious. I had, you know, I've got a few other M-Tech knives, and, you know, I've got one in a video, you know, and honestly, it really did surprise me, because these things are supposed to be 440 stainless, you know, which isn't a great steel. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. And I tell you what, that thing, you know, I used it for that whole video, which you can go back and watch if you want, but it was quite a few videos back, you know. It was kind of when I was just starting to do videos, but I don't know, I did some chopping and probably some feather sticking, and I don't know, maybe some batoning. I don't know what all I did exactly, but at any rate, I mean, it was a decently long video, you know, probably 15-20 minutes if I was guessing. And after I got done with that video, I felt it, and it still felt sharp. So I was like, that thing feels really sharp. And I didn't touch it. I didn't strop it or nothing. So I was like, let's just see how sharp this thing is. And I'll be darned, it shaved hair on my arm still, even after that. So that was quite impressive, I thought. You know, especially for 440, and it's really tough. I mean, so far, it's took everything I've give it. So, and it was, I think, a $13 knife, which, here we are, another $13 knife. So, let's pull this guy out and let you guys have a look at this one. Now, this one, I kind of really like. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's got a nice weight to it. I cannot remember the exact model number of it, so I will have to put that in the description or whatever. But I'm sure if you just type in on Amazon M-Tech fixed blade, it's gonna come up. But yeah, it's got a really nice weight. It feels pretty good in the hand, actually. It's not super thin. Now the choil there, it is made for a smaller finger, you know, as you can clearly see there. So I don't know, I may widen that out, I may not, but I did strop this thing, and I mean, it is absolutely ridiculously sharp. See if you can hear this. Listen. Yeah, this thing is sharp. So yeah, it'll be coming up. And I also found another M-Tech knife that looks exactly like it's a copy of my Ontario Rat 5. So, needless to say, I ordered it because I had to check it out. So, that'll be upcoming. So, hopefully I can find the time to make some videos for you guys, because I got a lot of new stuff and I really want to put them to the test, you know, and show you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and maybe some of these options would be good for you. I mean, especially the budget ones. And like I said, so far with the M-Tech, I've had good luck with them. I really have. And they're very economical. I mean, like I said, this one was $13. And it seems like it's a good, sturdy knife. I mean, it came sharp, but it did have a little bit of a burr left in places. So I just stropped it to go ahead and get that out of there, just because I don't like that sort of thing, you know, because then they feel sharp, but they're not really sharp. So I had to go ahead and get rid of that. But I can tell you that this spine on this one feels plenty sharp. You know, like it won't have any trouble with a ferro rod either. Now on this SE, and this is what you can always do to check to see if your knife will scrape a ferro rod, you can take it on your nail and give it a little scrape. I mean, you guys probably know this. I mean, I'm probably not showing you guys anything you didn't already know, but in case you didn't. So, hold on, let me get our zoom going here. So here's the SE. Nothing. Okay. Didn't expect there to be. BK16. Nothing. So neither one of those would strike a ferro rod very good at all. So the Frost Cutlery Fault and Even copy. Let's see it. See that? See how it's skinning that thing, no problem? Yeah, this thing will annihilate. ferro rod. So yeah, that's a good way you can always tell, or at least have a pretty good idea. Anyway, see that? No sweat. So like I said, that'll at least tell you if you've got a chance to get a ferro rod going or not. So, but alright guys, well, that's the latest. It'll probably be a couple days, I think, until that M-Tech comes in. Or wait, no, it's tomorrow, I think. I think it comes in tomorrow, so hopefully I'll have some videos coming out this pretty soon. You know, I think I might be off this weekend, so I might throw a bunch of videos down this weekend, hopefully. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Now, concerning the giveaway, hopefully everybody stayed with me until, you know, through all my rambling and through all of this, the giveaway. So I checked right before I made this video, and we were at 244 subscribers. So we only need 6 more. 6 more, and we will send out that SCHF 36. And I haven't touched it. I haven't sharpened it or stripped the coating or nothing. It's still brand new. It is very tempting though. So hopefully we can hurry up and get those subscribers going before I start modding it. So we'll see what happens, I guess. But hopefully by the end of the weekend we'll be able to pick a winner, guys. So that would be cool. And as always, thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me. And hopefully you saw something here you liked, and hopefully you'll see some more that you like. So you guys be safe, have a good weekend, and we will see you on the next one.